Hello, everybody. Welcome to Twork PBL workgroup, where we are going to look at our PBL work we have been doing. And at the same time, we are doing a sentiment analysis voting on Miro. And yeah, as we go through, we do some sentiment analysis, and later we look at the results and see where we can improve our content, how do we collectively think about the results. So when we go into Twork, and this is like an entire overview for all the lessons we are providing, and basically we have gone this like information in previous channels or previous sessions, so you can find on link below in description of the content where we read through most of the stuff. But this time we're going a bit more faster over the models and lessons. On the first page, we have this overview, and on the Miro board, you will find it as a module 1-on-1. And that's the first starting step to onboarding. And for onboarding, it's like the main vision is what is Twork module about. So learning like what it provides us, like I know why I will use Twork, I know what I will try to capture with Twork, I can accept tasks, I can create Cardano wallets, and I can receive rewards. So it gives this like an intro to participation and contributing in Ambassador program. And there is like the overview of, in general, what the project management will bring us. On the second step, we then are given like an about info about the Twork, like this introduction, and quite simple here. And also a video is included, but right now, like we don't have the formatting nor the embedding yet available for the website, but it will come this. Then the next step would be Twork requirement. So you will need a Discord account, and there are some like official Twork user guides. So if somebody wants to look at alternative ways to see what can be done with Twork, so this is an option. And then it's also Cardano wallet is needed where we share the AJAX rewards. So already insight into this one. But if the community or whoever picks up and thinks like, is this work required? I think this would be enough information, perhaps not. So yeah, let me know in the sentiment analysis. Then yeah, on the third one, create Twork account. We basically, this is now the step where people have to log in, and we are using the Discord login. So this step shown here as pictures. And at the bottom again, you go to the next step where you're doing like create Cardano wallet. So that's like one example how to create if they're like totally new, and some may find this through Ethereum or never touched blockchain before. So pictures all will be shared again every step. And I noticed some pictures were broken, so I need to check what went wrong there. Then we register wallet as this is the missing. So here you can say uncertain needs discussion, or I know nothing. This was the task that we are picked up lastly. And that will be then the onboarding section. So now we are going to background knowledge. So basically, if you have all the previous steps completed, you're basically ready to use Twork and play around with the settings and configurations, and based on your permissions, you now can do quite many things there. And in the like background knowledge is basically going through features that we use. Like I can organize Twork spaces, I can create Twork views, I can connect Twork to get Discord actions, I can record contributions, I can streamline recording contributions, I can administrate Twork spaces, I can understand states and update task statuses, I can organize tasks and identify tags, again measure task rewards. And on the right side, there is the corresponding, like we measure task rewards by the task points. And then there is like a special way we are doing it, like each task point is an hour. And when you get to that model, it will describe all that. And then we have this onboarding, or like a bit, again, introduction to this entire thing I just shared, like why it's needed, what it gives us. And yeah, and also these like main pages are good for navigation, but if you go step by step, we have these Dwork spaces, giving an overview of what do we have in Dwork. And then a filtering and sorting mechanism, for example, I bring out the backlog stuff that by default it's hidden. So using this guide, you can bring it up and play around with all kinds of different views. In Dwork integration, and simply sharing where the section is, and this integration stuff quite well describes what happens if you connect it. And you can already see changes in Discord if you play around with it. And Dwork tasks, now this is the main slide, like how to create tasks on Dwork, and the idea of having to recording your own record or your own contributions or somebody else's contributions. And there are like guys and pictures and going through these different fields we have, titles, permissions, task description, like what do we use here. And right now, because the format is we don't have, but there are like links that open up new items that lead to even more details if needed. And also some that navigate to different lessons. But yeah, okay, need to fix these links too. Where once you kind of know idea of like tasks, and then you find like patterns in your tasks, then there are task templates, which again, another feature that helps to contribute faster. So you already know that, okay, every time I do this, in few clicks, you're able to use the template to recognize anybody's contribution in like under minutes. Then overview, back again to like administrative view and setting permissions, moving tasks around, things we don't do that often, but every now and then there's a new work group or a team or whatnot, and then it requires changing the settings. And then we like also the managing tasks is another level of moving, okay, in what status something should be and how do you communicate that to the team. And we have this special position where like stuff has to be in review and audited in order to move to Treasury. Task tagging, sharing a bit of how we so far, what tags we have been using and where they mainly are used, so that we can have like a collective understanding. But yeah, always you can create your own tasks. And then finally task points that is measuring our time spent on the tasks. And then that was now all the background. So once you know that, you basically know how to use Dwork. And from there, we have these special models. Right now, we only have this, I can record contributions quickly and recognize patterns. But now over to several weeks of Dwork PBL, we complete the rest of them too. But for the first one, we have this activity list method that we also shared last time. And so I did some small updates, like you can copy paste below your own templates, or even that like guide itself shares how to what this section is used for, and how to create like a template task, how to basically use Dwork to recognize your patterns and make template tasks, and then with the right tagging and to kind of pulling all that previous stuff together into one method of doing stuff on Dwork. And yeah, now I guess because I went through it quite quickly, I'm gonna do some voting too, if you have any feedback to share. Oh no, somebody still completed it. But yeah. Thanks for watching, and any like immediate thoughts to share?
I have a few things. Well, where it says when you scroll down to the bottom of a page where it says next.
Yeah, because this is the last one.
Yeah, it might be nice to have the name of the next module. I'm not sure if that's possible. So like next module is, yeah. The other thing is the task templates that you're doing. Are you aware of Vanessa's work on meeting templates? And is there some sort of common ground there?
Probably.
No.
You mean like having meeting templates on the website?
I think Vanessa's doing some work. I'm not sure if she mentioned it at Town Hall on, and I think she wants to get feedback from people on meeting templates that would go into, but for example, that would help people do the meeting summaries. But if you're doing,
yeah, okay, like a specializing section just to do that,
It's this that could complement the task templates. Do you see what I mean? Because the task templates are more detailed, yeah. So. And then the other thing I saw is there a section on fund requests, or is that something else?
There is a section for, but it's a little bit different. Mainly it will come. So if we open up the Miro board, we currently don't have the integration with Struggle Treasury Quilt system.
Okay.
So that would be kind of a little bit related to that, I think. Or we could make it different because, per se, we don't have that module in that lesson, but we have in some lessons, we link to that Gitbook page where we have that information.
I just noticed there was nothing on Treasury or, as such, but I'm not aware of the scope, Tivo, so forgive me if I,
Okay. Wait, do we want to do the voting again and then basically give us like a quiet time to do that and hope the last time, or we are going to scrap it and make a Google form so that this doesn't end? Like maybe Miro board itself has some kind of issues.
We could do the voting again. I mean, Tommy's got a point about, are we familiar enough with the content? I mean, you've given a brief overview. If we feel that that's enough to give a kind of impression of the content, or we could just give some informal feedback here, or as you say, do the feedback form.
Is it then just me who looked at the module while voting?
Yeah, Peter, I looked at the module, but you got 3 modules and you had how many pages? And I am a speed reader, but I couldn't, and I was involved in a lot of this, the formation, but I couldn't take it all in. And this is going to be a public facing product. So I'm looking to get to 99% quality. I'd like to really go through with a fine tooth comb on my own time and then come back with issues, problems, and voting.
Makes sense. Yeah, I do agree with the focus on quality, absolutely. So that's also kind of answering then Tefo's question, like, should we do that now? Sounds like you would prefer async, and then maybe a form is better.
Yeah, I think async because I don't know how everybody else works. Maybe it's just this old brain, but I really need to go over things carefully when it's going to be outward facing. If it's just internal, I don't care about typos and grammars and mistakes like that, but this is to be for this is going to reflect the quality of the program. So I'd really like to look at it and then do an async review.
All right, then let's do it async. Currently there isn't no Google form, so after over the few days there will be, and they will be sharing that information in Tiver PBL channel. And yeah, we can do this same kind of voting offline. There will be this video to accommodate you. And yeah, thanks for watching. Be water.